We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun.
Today, Jill and I talk about buyer management in this super hot market we're all experiencing.
Isn't it great?
Yeah. Greatest real estate market I've ever seen in my entire life.
I can't remember who I was talking to the other day, but I was just like we all need to take a step back and just think about what's going on right now and how great this is. Like this is, basically, I was going to say this for the end, but lately, the longer I have a property in inventory, the more the price goes up. And I'm watching this too. Like there's a property behind us. It's a spec home, and every 6 months they raise it $500,000. Instead of like lowering it, they're raising it. And we've done that. We've had some properties that we priced it a while back, and then an offer comes in, and we countered it, not only our full asking price, we went, you know what? Actually, we priced it too low. So we countered with something else. And they're like, what? And they walk, and that's fine. And they're like, you know what? We're going to reset this with the agent. They're like, all right. And we we have one right now that we doubled. And it's, and that's because that's the price it commands.
Yeah.
So don't be, we'll talk about it more. Don't be too fast here.
When I was in public accounting in the late 90s at KPMG, I was working under a partner, and our specialization was healthcare. But there were other partners that were in the same office building. Their specialization was Y2K readiness. We all thought that computers were going to go haywire and all of that. Those guys retired on the amount of consulting that they delivered between 1997 and 2000 to get huge systems ready. And so we're in a situation now where if you wanted to, you could go nuts and like $10 or $20 million a year for the next few years here and just be done.
Yeah.
Or whatever your magic number is.
Yeah, you don't need that much.
Yeah. Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. Don't forget to subscribe on the Land Academy YouTube channel. Comment on the shows you like.
Where would you retire with those numbers, by the way? If you want to retire in Paris, then you need that money. If you want to retire in Mexico, like we're talking about, you don't need nearly that much money.
You could retire in Mexico at our age. Honestly, if you wanted to, on like $1 million.
Exactly. And have a great life.
Sure.
Yeah. Austin wrote, just listed a property on the MLS on Friday with my broker, buying for $13,500 and selling for $38,000. I have 2 parcels in title right now. Will probably be 3 next week. The land wheel turns.
Austin is, he was reporting that in the subsection on Discord of success.
Yep.
Success stories. And he's also in our career path right now.
Yep. So he's working them through the system.
Yep.
And the great thing is with that broker, the broker's doing the work, and Austin can focus on getting more of them. That's perfect.
Today's topic, how do you manage your buyer in this market of total hotness? This is why you're listening.
I don't know if it's once a week, but a few times a month, I get a call, because whether it's a deal funding or whether it's a deal that we have, but the message gets to me like this. Hi, Jill. Ex-broker thinks that we've got a guy on the line, a buyer on the line here. If we do XYZ, fill in the blank, which usually revolves around somehow lowering our standards or lowering what we're asking for a property, we can sell this and get this done. To which I say, nope.
Excellent, Jill.
Thank you. Why am I going to change my standards, for this whole thing? That's ridiculous. This is such an awesome, hot time to be in our business and be the keeper of all the property. Last time I checked, those of you listening and those of you in Land Academy know how to find these assets and buy them inexpensively. So now your job is to sell them the right way, and not roll over or do whatever some agent tells you or somebody else is telling you you should do. That's not true. So, you have something that these buyers want. So I want to remind you, you are calling the shots here. And last time I checked, like, well, what do you want to sell it for? The price it's listed. That's I don't know why this is so difficult for people. How much is the property? What does the listing say? And then if they don't like that, throw me something and give me some reason why. If you throw at me, here's the deal. I know you got it listed for $95,000. I have $88,000 to my name, all cash, ready to go. I will waive all the contingencies, and I will do this too because I want it that bad. I will entertain that. But if you just throw out to me like, let's see, you got listed for 95. How about we say 50? And then it gets to me from a broker. Well, are you kidding me? Number one, I don't want to sell it that cheap. And number two, that's your commission just got cut in half. Why are you even doing this other than you just want to move on and, and do more, which yes, I understand that too, but we don't have to do that right now. This is not the market that we're in. This is a really hot market. So I want you to not be talked into a deal by a broker. I want to remind you, you hold the asset is yours, not theirs. You know what it's worth, and they work for you. Their job is to do what you say. And the right agent will exactly do that, what you say. And the right agent will even get creative with you. So, I'll pause here and tell you the story why this was coming up. I have a property in Idaho for sale that we actually bought for personal use. We thought we were going to go up to Idaho. It has a falling down mobile on it. So it's got the infrastructure there. There's a well, there's all the stuff. Like it's 4 or 5 acres. I can't remember. And it's a great property. It's right on a road. It's beautiful. I'm like, this could be a retirement thing. And then after 5 minutes, we said, who are we kidding? Yeah. It snows there. So that's what happened. So here we are, by the way. This is February. It's probably snow on the ground right now.
Oh, sure.
Right? And I didn't think this was going to happen. Here comes buyer number 2. The buyer number 1 was way too low, like I mentioned. And I said, we passed on that deal. We countered higher, and then we doubled what we're asking because that's really what it's worth. And so follow the story with me because this is what happens. So I think we marketed it like 45 because we bought it for like 25. We marketed it for 25.
It's listed for 165.
Well, hold on a moment. Originally marketed it like between 40 and 50, and someone came along. And they wanted to pay 40. I'm like, you know what? That's too low. And you said, we're countering at 65. And I said, you're right. We counted at 65. He walked, which is great. Wasn't the right person. So now we have it marketed at 165. Well, here comes an offer at 120. We're like, what? That's not right. So I'm going back with this agent, and the agent, this is the right agent. They're like, Jill, you told me to present all offers. I did. You were doing your job right. Here's what we're going to do. So I'm getting them closer to I don't need to have 165 in stone,
sure,
but 120 ain't cutting it.
Right.
I know it's worth way more than that, especially with everything going on. And this agent is really doing what I said. I said, we're going to counter at this. I also want, since they have I think it's someone too that's, it's either their mindset or they have a new agent. I do know their agent they're working with is new. So they're asking for things you don't normally ask for, kind of thing. So I'm like, look, if you want to have these extra contingencies, that's fine. But I need to keep it open to accept other offers. Because if I get a good offer in the meantime that doesn't have all these contingencies, I'm going to take it. You need to know that. And just so you know, listener, you can do that stuff. Mm-hmm. Even they have a form, they go, oh, that's just da-da-da-da form. We're just going to attach it here that we have the right to continue to market and accept other offers. I said, yep, that's what we're going to do. And I will be cool about it. I'll give my buyer, if someone else comes along, we haven't even agreed on this yet. I'm going to make a decision today. But I will be a good person and say, all right, I got this other offer. You're either going to blank or get off the pot here. You got 24 hours to decide because I'm going to take this, that's just the way it goes kind of thing. So that's the story, and that's what's driving all this. So I need you to hear this and understand you have all these options. You hold the cards. And so many times too, you'd be surprised how it used to come up on our Thursday call, and I haven't heard anyone mention it lately, but you know who you are because you've done this. Sometimes you take an offer, you're like, oh, I guess I should take this offer. And 1 week later, here comes a full cash offer that was better terms, and you're kicking yourself, like, why didn't I just wait? I knew it. I just took this offer. I knew I could have held out for more. That happens. That does happen. So I want you to know it and be careful of that. And my last point I made earlier, I'm going to make it again here, is in this climate, the longer I'm holding these properties, the more valuable they are. So right now, this is the price these people are willing to pay, or this community, the few people that are getting out and getting in their trucks and looking at property in the snow pales in comparison to how many people are going to start looking in May and June where the weather's beautiful. So if I hold on, I'm not going to roll over. I'm going to say, you know what? We're going to hang in there because there's a good chance I'm going to get asking price and more, in May or June. So this is a great market. You're in charge.
That's it, Jill. I was just going to say what Jill's really saying is you are actually in charge of these real estate deals,
right,
on the south side. And don't get used to it because it's not going to be this way forever.
Right.
It might be this way for another 24 months. And honestly, we're sending out mailers knowing fully, I've changed how we're sending out mailers because I know when we buy these properties, we're going to be in complete charge of what we charge for them and how we sell the deal and how long it takes and all the details. So these are beautiful times we're in. They're not going to last forever. It's not going to crash like last time, but it will plane out as this aging in place happens and things like that. So don't put up with crap is what Jill's saying.
Exactly. Need to send out a few thousand offers to property owners like us? Check out offers and the number 2owners.com. So it's offers2owners.com. No setup fees, free mail merge, exceptional service, and now including just released for everyone, concierge data and pricing. It's awesome. Give Offers to Owners a call today. You can join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us here on the Land or House Academy Show.
Well, tomorrow the episode is the House Academy Show, and it's called, Has Your Real Estate Agent Been Around the Block? You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
I think it's so cute. I was reading the newspaper today. After we wrote the topic of this podcast title, I was reading we've been around the block. I showed you it was a cute little ad in our little local paper, and it showed 3 women walking down a street, like a residential street, showing them walking the block. And I appreciate that. That's not exactly what we're talking about tomorrow, physically walking the block, but there's a place for that too. There's in residential, they need to know the area that well and more. Thanks for tuning in. If you're a Land Academy member, make sure that you are joining us on Discord. We're Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.